Welcome back, everybody. It's been a little while since I've posted. Not a lot going on right now for Michigan basketball. It's a bit of a down period, but just wanted to fill people in because it was kind of important news last Tuesday, actually. So, about 6 days ago, Franz Wagner declared for the NBA draft. Honestly, not shocking. He did take a long time to make this decision. Um, with the deadline being May 30th, a lot of guys were announcing a lot earlier than Franz did, especially for a potential lottery pick. We'll get into that later in the video. Um, but yeah, he took a decent time to decide, and he wrote a really good article. I encourage any Michigan fan to read it on the Players Tribune, where basically it was a letter to his Michigan family, and he described how he not only wasn't even like sold on coming to Michigan. His family and friends didn't think he should go to Michigan. They thought he should go in Europe, play in Germany, but he went to Michigan because he wanted to be his own person, not because of Mo, because he just wanted the college experience. And he said he believes that he has led Michigan basketball on a path to relevancy and to national titles. I think he's right. I think he was an integral part of Juwan Howard's team in Juwan's first 2 years, and I'm really, really glad that Franz decided to go to Michigan. But for now, let's talk about why he declared for the draft. He declared for the draft because he's a projected lottery pick. I mean, that's the reason. When you're a projected lottery pick, you go. As someone commented on one of my videos, you have to go if you're that level of play, or if you're that level of projection. The reason he's projected that highly, in my opinion, is because of what he can be, not because of what he is right now. He's 6'9", he's 220, really long arms, really skilled at a lot of different aspects of basketball. Great defensive player, smooth ball handler, good eyes, even if the assist numbers don't jump out on the page. He really has a good variety of skills that are really a must in the modern NBA. If you're not 7 foot tall, you got to be able to do a lot of things, which he can all do. Obviously, I'm not as high on Franz as I've been on other Michigan players in the past, and that's not necessarily a shot at him. I think he didn't quite play up to potential at Michigan. Not that he was disappointing or anything. He just wasn't quite the dominant force he could have been. The stats back me up here. 12 points a game. That's good. No matter who you are, that's good. For college, especially with 40-minute games, players play between 30 and 35 minutes a game if they're getting lots of minutes. He doesn't have tons of minutes, and 12 points a game isn't terrible, but it's not amazing. It's not like Luka Garza. It's not even what other Michigan players have put up in the past. Nick Stauskas, Xavier Simpson. He didn't lead the team in scoring this year, which I thought he should have. But that's neither here nor there. That's not my biggest issue with Franz Wagner. My biggest issue with Franz Wagner as a pro prospect is this right here. The three-point shooting ability. It should be there, but it really hasn't been there in Michigan. 33% in his 2 years. That's not going to cut it in the NBA, especially for a guy who's not a great scorer or great passer. I mean, as you see here, he's a good passer and he's a good scorer, but in the NBA, that's the next level. If you're a lottery pick, you're going to be expected to put up points immediately. I'm not seeing how Franz is putting up tons of points immediately without a reliable jump shot, because defenses will not be drawn to defend that shot as often as where he's best is when he's cutting inside, when he's slashing. That's not going to happen if he's not hitting his threes, and he's not going to be a primary ball handler, so that's a big concern for me. My other concern, if you look on this, I have the game log on Sports Reference here. This is interesting to me. It could be coincidental, but in many of Michigan's biggest games, Franz Wagner doesn't come to play. Not that he didn't come to play, it's just he didn't have a good game. This guy's a hard worker. You read the article on Players Tribune, ask or look at any interview with any Michigan player, any Michigan coach. I've never heard anything negative about Franz Wagner's work ethic. I've heard only positive things. But sometimes you just don't have that mentality, and I don't know if he does. It's still too early to say, but this is kind of a warning flag. In Michigan's big games, Minnesota, obviously the loss, 8 points, 1 assist. against Wisconsin. No, not Wisconsin. Against Ohio State on national TV, on Fox. No, on CBS on a big Sunday afternoon. 9 points, 4 of 6 shooting. That's not amazing by any means. Illinois, on March 2nd on ESPN, Sonic Blockbuster, 2 points, 0 of 0 shooting. Am I right about that? Sorry about that. That's stupid by me. Not 0 of 0 shooting. 1 of 9 shooting. In the Ohio State game, it was 2 of 4 shooting. Here in the Purdue game, 2 of 10 shooting. Minnesota 3 of 9, and so on and so forth. And of course, the Elite Eight game against UCLA, 1 of 10. I think he only had 2 points here, but no, he had 4, I guess. 4 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists. And so that's not encouraging, especially because those were the biggest games of Michigan season. Illinois, Ohio State in the Big Ten tournament as well, when he only had 8 points on 2 of 7 shooting. And then, of course, UCLA. In the biggest games, he didn't have good games. That's just the fact. There were obviously games where he played well. Wisconsin, 15. 20 against Rutgers. 21 2 in a row against Iowa and Indiana. That best stretch of the season for Franz Wagner. But those didn't come often enough, in my opinion. He had too many single-digit scoring games. Too many games where the shot totals were in the low single digits. I mean, are you kidding me? Like, he cannot be going 2 for 5 in a game, or 2 for 4 in a game, or even 3 for 7 in a game. He needs to be taking 10-plus shots a night because he was Michigan's primary scorer, especially when Isaiah Livers was not on the court. He didn't take that lead, and in the NBA, that's not even going to be asked of him. But he needs to show a scoring instinct in the NBA. I'm not sure I'll find it. Defensively, lockdown. Absolutely lockdown. And obviously a high basketball IQ. Overall, I think this guy goes anywhere from 10 to 20. If this were a stronger draft class, he would definitely be outside the top 15. But this isn't a super strong draft class after the top 3 or 4 or 5. And I could see him going as high as number 10, number 11, to a team that wants a more developed player who is still very young. He's only 20 still. He's not an old guy because he was only 17 when he went to Michigan. I think he actually is only 19 right now, actually. But yeah, that's the video. Franz Wagner, I hope you do well in the NBA. I'm not sold on your potential as an NBA prospect right now. Loved what you did at Michigan. Good luck. And I'll try to make some Michigan recruiting videos in the future. But that's going to be it today. Peace.